Hey Aries, listen, I need to tell you something, and you might want to sit down for this. I just pulled cards specifically for you, and what came through actually made my stomach drop. If you have been feeling like every single door slams shut right before you can walk through it, like people who promise to help you suddenly vanish into thin air, like opportunities disappear at the last possible second, you are not crazy and you are not imagining it. Something has been actively working against you, and the cards just exposed exactly what it is. So stay with me, because what I am about to share is going to explain so much of what you have been going through lately. I sat down with my deck this morning thinking about Aries energy, and honestly, I was not prepared for what showed up. Like I had to put the cards down for a second and just process what I was seeing because this is heavy. But you need to know this. You deserve to understand why things have been so difficult, why it feels like you are fighting an invisible battle, why nothing seems to be working out no matter how hard you try. Before we get into the actual cards, though, I just want you to know that if you have been feeling like someone out there does not want you to succeed, like there is some kind of weird resistance every time you try to move forward, like the universe itself is conspiring against you, I need you to understand something. It is not the universe. The universe actually has your back. What you are feeling, that resistance, that blocking energy, that is coming from someone much closer to home than you probably realize. All right, so let me tell you what I pulled. The first card that literally jumped out of my deck was the Page of Pentacles. Now, normally when I see this card, I get excited because the Page of Pentacles is all about new opportunities, fresh starts in the material world, messages about money or career, learning something valuable that is going to help you build a better future. It is usually such a positive and hopeful card. But the energy coming off this card today was completely different. The Page of Pentacles here is showing me that there was an opportunity meant for you. Past tense. Something was supposed to reach you. Maybe it was a job offer, maybe it was a financial breakthrough, maybe it was an introduction to someone who could have opened doors for you. Maybe it was a collaboration or partnership that would have changed everything. Whatever it was real, and it was good, and it was actually perfectly aligned for where you are right now in your life. But here's the thing that I need you to really hear. This opportunity never made it to you. Or if it did start to come your way, it got derailed at the last second. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger card, and what I am seeing is that the messenger got blocked. The message got intercepted, the delivery got rerouted. And Aries, this was not some random cosmic mix-up or bad timing or Mercury retrograde nonsense. This was intentional. Someone out there, someone who is aware of you and your life and your potential, they saw this opportunity coming your way, and they did not want you to have it. They actively worked to make sure it would not reach you. Maybe they gave false information about you to the person who was trying to connect with you. Maybe they spread a rumor at exactly the right moment to poison the well. Maybe they did some kind of energetic work, some kind of prayer or ritual or manifestation specifically designed to block your blessings. However they did it, the result is the same. Something that was meant for you got stolen before you even knew it existed. And what makes this even more painful is that the Page of Pentacles represents something that was absolutely perfect for you. This was not just any random opportunity. This was divinely timed. This was aligned with your skills and your needs and your growth. The universe was literally trying to deliver an answer to your prayers, and someone interfered with that delivery. They blocked the blessing. They corrupted the channel. They made sure you would stay stuck right where you are. The next card that appeared was the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is traditionally about transition, about moving away from troubled waters toward something calmer and better, about leaving struggle behind and heading toward peace. It is a card of progress and forward movement. But in this context, in this reading, the Six of Swords is revealing something really specific and really disturbing. The Six of Swords is showing me that someone in your life is afraid of you moving forward. Someone benefits from you staying exactly where you are. Someone has a vested interest in keeping you stuck in your current struggle, because if you were to suddenly level up, if you were to transition into your next chapter, if you were to leave this difficult phase behind, they would lose something. Think about this for a second, Aries. Who in your world would actually be threatened by your success? Who would feel uncomfortable if you suddenly started winning? Who has positioned themselves as better than you, more successful than you, more stable than you, and would lose that position if you got the opportunities you deserve? The Six of Swords is exposing someone who needs you to stay in survival mode because your struggle makes them feel good about themselves. Maybe it is someone in your family who likes being the successful one. Maybe it is a friend who presents as supportive but deep down is competing with you. Maybe it is a coworker who knows that if you got the recognition you deserve, they would be exposed as less talented. Maybe it is an ex who wants you to regret leaving them and needs you to struggle without them to validate their ego. Or maybe it is someone even closer, someone you trust, someone who has convinced themselves they are protecting you, but is actually sabotaging you. The Six of Swords is also revealing that this person did not just casually wish bad things for you or have passive negative thoughts. They took action. The Six of Swords in this position is showing me rituals, prayers, energetic practices specifically designed to keep you from moving forward. They may have lit candles praying that you would not get opportunities. They may have done mirror work or cord-cutting rituals to disconnect you from your blessings. They may have visualized you staying stuck while meditating or praying. They may have even consulted with someone, paid someone to do work against you. And the specific intent behind this work, the Six of Swords is making it very clear, was isolation. They wanted to make sure you would be alone. They wanted to cut you off from help. They wanted to ensure that when you reached out for support, you would find none. They wanted you to face your battles without backup, without resources, without allies, because isolated people are easier to control. Isolated people give up faster. Isolated people stop believing in themselves. That was the goal. To break your spirit by making you feel completely alone in your struggle. Now, the next card I pulled was one that honestly hurt my heart to see in this position, because it confirmed my worst suspicions about what has been happening. The Ten of Swords came out, and Aries. I am not going to sugarcoat this. The Ten of Swords is the betrayal card. It is the stabbed in the back card. It is the rock bottom card. It is one of the most painful and difficult cards in the entire deck. And seeing it here tells me that what was done to you was not just blocking, it was actual betrayal. The Ten of Swords is showing me that the person who did this work against you, they are someone you know. They might even be someone you trusted or still trust. This was not done by a random stranger or a distant enemy. This was done by someone who has access to your life, who knows your dreams and your struggles, who has seen you at your most vulnerable. And they use that knowledge, they use that access, they use that intimacy to sabotage you in the most effective way possible. What makes the Ten of Swords so brutal is the timing it represents. This card shows someone being struck down when they are already vulnerable, already wounded, already struggling. And that is exactly what happened to you, Aries. Whoever did this, they waited until you were going through something difficult. They watched you struggle. They saw you reaching for hope. And that is when they struck. They kicked you when you were down. They made sure that when you most needed a miracle, when you most needed help, when you most needed a door to open, everything would slam shut instead. But here's what I need you to understand about the Ten of Swords and why I actually find hope in this card despite how painful it is. The Ten of Swords represents the worst possible outcome. It represents hitting absolute rock bottom. But once you are at rock bottom, there is nowhere to go but UP. The Ten of Swords is the card that appears right before everything changes. It is the darkest hour before the dawn. It is the ending that makes space for a new beginning. The Ten of Swords is telling me that you have already experienced the worst of what they tried to do to you. You have already felt the pain of doors closing. You have already experienced the isolation they tried to create. You have already gone through the cycle of disappointment and defeat, which means their work is done. It has already played out. It has already run its course. And now it is about to break. The energy is about to shift. The cycle is about to end. So I ask the cards, what happens next? How you move through this? And what awaits you on the other side? In Aries, the card that came out gave me chills in the best way. The Eight of Pentacles appeared, and I actually smiled when I saw it because this card is telling me everything I needed to know about who you really are and why their sabotage is ultimately going to fail. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of mastery. It is the card of dedication, skill development, consistent effort, and the kind of work ethic that cannot be faked or blocked or cursed away. This card shows someone who shows up every single day and puts in the work regardless of whether anyone is watching, regardless of whether they are getting recognition, regardless of whether they can see results yet. And Aries, this is you. This is who you have been during this entire difficult period. The Eight of Pentacles is revealing something beautiful and powerful. While someone was busy trying to block your external opportunities, while they were doing rituals to keep doors closed, while they were working to isolate you from help and resources, you were doing something they did not anticipate. You were building. You were learning. You were developing skills. You were mastering your craft. You were becoming better, stronger, more capable with each passing day. See, they thought that by blocking your opportunities, they would break your spirit. They thought you would see the closed doors and give up. But the Eight of Pentacles is showing me that you did the opposite. You could not control whether doors opened. You could not control whether people helped you. So instead, you focused on what you could control, which was your own growth and development. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me that you have been working on yourself in private. Maybe you have been taking courses or reading books or practicing skills or building something that nobody else even knows about yet. Maybe you have been going through your own personal transformation, healing old wounds, releasing old patterns, becoming the person you were always meant to be. Whatever form it has taken, you have been in a period of preparation. And here is what they did not understand when they blocked your blessings. Every day that you worked on yourself while waiting for your breakthrough, you were actually becoming more ready for success, not less. You were building a foundation that cannot be shaken. You were developing skills that cannot be taken away. You were cultivating a level of mastery that makes you valuable in ways that have nothing to do with who knows you, or who likes you, or who wants to help you. This is the cosmic justice of it all, Aries. They tried to keep you dependent on external validation and external opportunities. They tried to make sure you would need someone else to give you a chance. But instead, they forced you into a period where you had to become self-sufficient. You had to develop your own skills. You had to build your own value. They tried to weaken you, but they actually made you stronger. They tried to limit you, but they actually freed you. Now I needed to know what the universe wants to say about all of this, what kind of divine intervention or cosmic response is coming because of what happened to you. So I asked the cards to show me what heaven sees and what heaven is doing about this situation, and the card that appeared was the Lovers. Aries, when I saw this card in this position, I felt such relief and such joy, because the Lovers is telling me that divine intervention is coming for you. The Lovers is not just about romantic relationships. The Lovers is about divine union. It is about blessings that come directly from Source, from the universe, from God, from whatever higher power you believe in. These are blessings that bypass all human interference. These are opportunities that cannot be blocked by rituals, or prayers, or negative energy because they are being delivered by hands much more powerful than human hands. The Lovers is showing me that heaven noticed what happened to you. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever divine forces watch over you, they saw that your path was being sabotaged. They witnessed the injustice of your blessings being intercepted. And the Lovers is the card that says, we are stepping in now. We are correcting this. We are making this right. What humans tried to block, we are going to deliver directly. The Lovers is also about alignment and divine timing. And I am seeing that you are entering a period where suddenly everything is going to start clicking into place in ways that feel almost miraculous. The right people are going to appear at exactly the right moment. The right opportunities are going to present themselves when you are perfectly ready for them. And it is all going to flow so naturally, so easily, so beautifully, that you are going to know this is not random. You are going to know this is the universe orchestrating your breakthrough. The Lovers also represents choice and free will. After everything you have been through, after all the betrayal and disappointment and closed doors, you are going to be presented with a choice. Are you going to let what happened make you bitter and closed off? Or are you going to keep your heart open and remain willing to receive the blessings that are now coming? The universe is going to test your faith just a little bit. After everything, are you still willing to hope? Are you still willing to trust? And I feel like I need to tell you this very directly. The answer needs to be yes. You have to choose to stay open. You have to choose to keep believing. Because the Lovers is showing me something beautiful on its way to you. A partnership, a collaboration, a connection, an opportunity that is going to restore your faith in humanity and in the universe. Something or someone is coming that is going to be so perfectly aligned with you that it will heal the wounds left by the betrayal. All right, I needed one more card because I could feel there was something else the universe wanted to show you about what comes after all of this, about where you are headed once the blocking breaks and the blessings start flowing. And the final card that appeared was the Two of Wands. And honestly, Aries, this card is so perfect as the conclusion to this reading. The Two of Wands is the card of vision and planning and standing at the edge of something massive. This card shows someone who has prepared, who has waited, who has endured, and who is now ready to launch. The Two of Wands is about looking out at the world and knowing you are about to conquer it. It is about having options. It is about having power. It is about being ready to make your move. The Two of Wands is showing me that you are not just recovering from what happened. You are not just getting back to where you were before the blocking started. You are about to step into a completely new level of success and influence and impact. The Two of Wands is about expansion. It is about taking what you have built in private and bringing it to the public. So Aries, let me bring this all together for you because I want to make sure you understand the full picture of what the cards revealed. Yes, someone used intentional negative energy to try to block your blessings. Yes, they performed some kind of ritual or prayer or energetic work designed to isolate you and make sure you would not receive help or opportunities. Yes, they betrayed you and struck when you were vulnerable. Yes, this has been incredibly painful and frustrating and unfair. All of that is true and valid, and you have every right to feel hurt and angry about it. But here is what is also true and what I need you to hold on to. They failed. Their ritual is breaking. Their blocking is ending. Their curse is lifting. Everything they tried to do to keep you small and stuck and struggling, it is about to reverse. The universe is intervening directly on your behalf with blessings that cannot be blocked by human hands. Divine opportunities are coming that bypass all their sabotage. Justice is coming. Compensation is coming. Victory is coming. And most importantly, you survived. You made it through the worst of it. You kept working on yourself even when you could not see results. You kept developing your skills even when doors were closed. You kept believing in yourself even when you were completely alone. And that strength, that resilience, that refusal to quit, nobody can block that. Please share this with any other Aries who needs to hear this message right now. The blocking is over. Your time is coming. Everything is about to change.